Nora gasped as if surfacing from deep water, her lungs burning. She was no longer in the mansion, but in an endless void of darkness. Shadows twisted and coiled around her like living things. The last thing she remembered was Damien's hand plunging into her chest. Yet here she was, standing whole yet different. She turned and saw them, the other brides. Their hollow eyes bore into her, their faces frozen in anguish. They weren't just paintings. They were souls, trapped, bound to Damien's curse. A woman with golden hair, her translucent form flickering like a dying flame, stepped forward. "You are not like us," she whispered. "You still have a chance." Nora's breath hitched. "Who are you? What is this place?" "A prison," another bride said, her voice brittle as old parchment. "Damien devours his wives, not their bodies but their souls. We are his collection, his trophies. But you?" She hesitated, tilting her head. "You can still fight." The brides surrounded her, their sorrow shifting into urgency. "There is one way out," the golden-haired woman explained. "Break the bond before he consumes you completely." "How?" Nora demanded. "Tell me." "Destroy his heart. It is hidden within the house. Find it. Burn it. Only then will we all be free." Before Nora could ask more, the void began to collapse. A powerful force dragged her backward, pulling her into a tunnel of darkness. She screamed as she tumbled through the abyss. And then she woke up. Nora's eyes snapped open. She was back in the mansion, sprawled on the cold floor of the hidden room. The portraits of the brides now wept black tears, their mouths open in silent screams. A shadow loomed over her. Damien. His smile was cruel. "You shouldn't have seen that, my love." Adrenaline surged through her. She scrambled to her feet and darted through the halls, the mansion shifting and twisting as if trying to trap her. The doors she remembered were gone. Corridors stretched impossibly long, but she wasn't alone. The bride's whispers guided her. Left. Through the mirror. Down the staircase. She found herself in a dimly lit chamber. In the center, inside a glass case, was a pulsating blackened heart. It oozed darkness, its beat slow and heavy, as if weighed down by centuries of evil. Damien appeared at the doorway. "You won't." Nora grabbed the nearest object, a candelabra, and shattered the case. The air grew heavy, suffocating. The heart writhed as she seized it, its surface burning her skin. Damien let out an inhuman shriek, lunging toward her. "You are mine." The bride's voices filled the chamber. "Destroy it, now!" With every ounce of strength, Nora hurled the heart into the fireplace. The mansion howled, the walls cracking, the chandeliers shattering. Damien's body convulsed, his form flickering between human and monstrous. He reached for Nora, his hands desperate, pleading. "You love me," he rasped. "I made you mine." "You never had me," she spat. "You only stole." The heart burst into flames. Damien's scream was deafening, his body disintegrated into ash, swept away by the howling wind that ripped through the mansion. As the house crumbled, Nora felt hands, soft, light, guiding her out. The brides. Their forms shimmered, their faces no longer tormented but peaceful. "Thank you," the golden-haired woman whispered as the spirits dissolved into the wind, free at last. Nora barely made it outside before the mansion collapsed entirely, swallowed by the earth itself. She stood there gasping, trembling, staring at the smouldering ruins. The nightmare was over, or so she thought. Final scene. A new beginning. Days later, as she settled into a new town, Nora found a single charred object among her belongings. A portrait. Her own. And when she looked closely, the painted version of herself was smiling. The moral lesson courage and self-determination can break even the darkest chains. Nora's journey teaches that evil thrives on control, fear, and silence. But true strength lies in fighting back. Even when trapped in a seemingly hopeless situation, refusing to surrender and seeking the truth can lead to liberation. Not just for oneself, but for others as well. The story also warns that love without freedom is not love at all, but a dangerous illusion. Please subscribe, like, share, and follow me for more interesting videos.